For the last 75 years, Young Life has been walking into a world of kids. All across America and in over 100 countries of the world, Young Life leaders are meeting students exactly where they're at. On school campuses, at football games, on the basketball courts, at the rec center, at the local taco shop, in the neighborhood, in the village, wherever they're at, Young Life leaders are stepping into the lives of students and letting them know that Christ is life.
My name is Jess Fajardo, and I am 22 years old. I currently lead Wildlife at Hillsdale Middle School. I was introduced to Young Life at Sweetwater High School in National City. The first event was our scavenger hunt. I remember just pulling up and there was just a bunch of cars just getting ready to take off. I didn't know what I was doing. It was chaotic, but it was a really fun time. Just the unforgettable moments that I had. I remember going to club, Young Life Club, and just having these people just ask me how I was doing, these leaders who just wanted to, know who I was, what my name was, and they would constantly ask me how school was going, and it stood out to me because growing up, I never really had someone to just ask me how I was, and it was just such a good feeling knowing that someone wanted to know.
They're building relationships. They're telling them that Christ knows them by name. He values them. He sees them. That they're all sons and daughters of the Most High. And why is that? Because we live in a broken and messed up world, and teens desperately need to know that God has a plan for their life.
I became a leader because I just felt a different kind of love from the people here. It wasn't like the kind of love that I got at home. So I finally decided, I want to be able to pour into a kid the way that I was poured into for 2-3 years by this adult that didn't know me before. And they put up with me, so I was like, I want to be able to do the same thing for kids. And I did Wildlife for 2 years, and now I'm back at my old high school leading high schoolers. And I get to take high schoolers to camp at the same camp that I went to 4 years ago.
So Young Life leaders weekly are having clubs on campuses, bringing pizza, dressing up in funny characters, playing music, playing crazy games with themes like Steal the Bacon and Steal the Banana and Chubby Bunny and all these crazy games so that students could laugh and walls could be broken down.
I grew up with a single father. My household was broken in the sense of my dad being all over the place and me never really taken care of. I would constantly sleep over at my friend's house to just not be at home. My dad and I didn't have a good relationship at all. I remember my Young Life leader Yezin and Lance and the amount of just love that they had on me and the amount of just wisdom that they've given me, and I've grown so much through just their advices and just listening to them, and I don't know where I'd be without my Young Life leaders. A lot of people just supported me through everything and poured out to me, and I'm forever grateful for that.
We're not waiting for students to come hear the gospel. We are taking the gospel onto campuses and into homes and into neighborhoods so that students would understand who Christ is, that He is life. And we know that you could be a part of this too. You could partner with us. You could be a volunteer leader. You can actually come on campus with the Young Life teams. You could be a donor and invest and help us get the pizzas. Help us get students to camp where they go for a week away from their homes and kind of enjoy everything that the camp has to offer and experience adventure and life with their leaders and hear the gospel every day and process it in their cabins, in cabin time, and have a wild adventure throughout the week. You can invest in that. You can be on our committee, help us come up with strategies and how we can get to the next school, because we believe students are dealing with crazy amounts of stress and anxiety nowadays and are dealing with depression and hopelessness. And we believe that God has called us all to know Him and make Him known. So will you help us make Him known in Young Life? Because we need you.